Good morning, everyone. We'll begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Takahama harani kamuzumarimasu kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamuizanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himoka no tachihana no odo no ahagi harani Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kegareo. Harai tamai kiyome tamai tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi furi tatete. Kikoshi mese to kashi komi momaosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Kamagara tamachi hai mase. Kamagara tamachi hai mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated for group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Someone's teaching this morning is entitled the Johrei. It's found on the Daily Inspirations, page 33. Johrei cleanses and purifies the spirit. Truly is a baptism by fire, because the material world is so clouded. Only through Johrei miracles will we realize God's power. Purification can best be achieved by channeling God's great light, Johrei, the lifeline to true salvation. It is God who performs miracles, not us. When an overwhelming blessing or wondrous response to a prayer is experienced, the event is generally considered a miracle. Through this kind of action, a person is moved to feel deep, reverent gratitude and a faith so strong, he or she is protected from misfortune. By having such an experience, one learns the priceless value of true faith. A single personal experience is worth 100 theories. Worldwide peace and establishment of a sound, virtuous society can be achieved only when all people come to believe in the existence of God through experience God's miracle working power, and a spiritual culture becomes a reality. In the spirit of the great transition, God is releasing the divine light for us. And such an immense, magnificent light it is, performing one miracle after another. Never before in history have mortals been so blessed. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for continuing praying for world peace and for victims of wars, natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Georgina Antonio from Curitiba, Brazil. Georgina is 71 years old and she has been a Johrei member for 36 years. In October of 1985, she received her first Johrei from a lady who sat next to her on a bus trip to another state in Brazil. She had hardly slept for 6 months, and after that one Johrei, she was able to fall asleep on the way of her trip. Upon returning to her hometown, Georgina began to attend a Johrei center. She took the membership course, and in November of 1985, she was allowed to receive the sacred focal point of Hikari. She then dedicated herself to the channeling of Johrei, helping the center's cafeteria, cleaning, giving religious assistance in homes and hospitals, and participating in monthly services and home Johrei gatherings. Georgina's upbringing was filled with financial difficulties. She became responsible for the subsistence of her 4 children, living in a rented house and experienced a life with many material limitations. As she engaged in our practice of faith, she noticed that her life improved. Consequently, she remained assiduous in her church's participation, serving the divine work with great sincerity and joy. She was even allowed to participate in the construction of the Curitiba Regional Center, contributing with donations of gratitude. In 1989, she was hired to a public servant position and began to enjoy financial stability, having job provided benefits and a shorter workload. In a short period in her new job, she was granted with a salary increase, which allowed her to take care of her family with more tranquility. For a year, Georgina and her children lived in the apartment provided by a friend. After this period, this friend offered if she wanted to buy the apartment, which was financed in installments, and that Georgina only needed to make the remaining payments. This was a real miracle, as she would finally have a home of her own. She became willing to serve the divine work and contribute to the construction of the regional center in Curitiba. God made it possible for her to have her own home and better living conditions. Her children all got married. Today, each one of them have a family of their own. Georgina enjoys health and peace, having a prosperous life, allowing her to enjoy traveling, sailing, and visiting theaters and museums, which was something unthinkable for her some years ago. She recognized that these blessings occurred through Johrei, our practice of faith, and from studying the teachings of Meishu-sama, which guided her steps. Georgina is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for her challenges, the permission to dedicate herself to the divine work, and the transformation of her life. She pledges to follow steadfastly in our practice of faith and to share Meishu-sama's teachings to the greatest number of people so that they become happy, just as she feels today. Thank you very much for attending this morning service and for listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you a very blessed day, a very blessed week ahead of us. And with this concludes our morning service.